I want you guys to answer this question right now to yourselves. Is the world becoming a better or worse place to live in? Okay, so this first chart shows the public perception of the change in global extreme poverty. So the exact question asked here is, in the last 20 years, the proportion of the world population living in extreme poverty has decreased, increased, or remained the same. Green represents the portion that replied that poverty is decreasing. This orangey yellow is people that reported poverty is remaining the same. And this reddish pink is people saying that poverty has gotten worse. And in the United States, only 15% of the population thinks that poverty has decreased. But the fact is, the share of people living in extreme poverty across the world has been declining for 2 centuries. And in the last 20 years, this positive development has been faster than ever before. All the data we have, almost all of it, suggests that across multiple spectrums, health, equality, living standards, that things are indeed getting better. And this post does a great job compiling lots of different, very meaningful data. So this first one is on poverty, and since 1990, over 1 billion people have been lifted out of extreme poverty. So this data goes all the way back to 1820, where almost 80% of the global population was in extreme poverty. We can see how over time it's been steadily decreasing and actually increasing its pace. If you zoom into the 21st century, the pace of this decline is the fastest ever. This next one is on life expectancy, going all the way back to the 1770s. And again, we see a clear overall trend upwards in life expectancy. So the world average is this green line, and going back to the 1800s, it was less than 30 years. And today in 2020, the world average is well over 70 years. That is more than doubling. Health has also improved. This chart shows the number of child deaths. The data only goes back to the 1990s, but even so, during this short period of time, we can see a precipitous and steady decline in the number of children dying. People are also becoming more educated. So here we can see the divide between literate and illiterate people. In the 1800s, only 12% of the global population was literate, and today that number has ballooned all the way to 86%. So hopefully you guys can see that overall, things are becoming significantly better for humanity. Of course, we still have problems like climate change. 2022 was the warmest year on record. That is very concerning. But after seeing all of this data, including things like the amount of renewable energy that's used in the world, I gotta say it does make me a lot more hopeful. And I have a hunch that a lot of people think that the world is becoming a worse place because news headlines have been trending more and more negative over the past couple of decades. And as we saw, this isn't because the world is becoming a more negative place, but simply negative news headlines get more clicks and attention. So it's just something to be aware of. If you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful, I appreciate a like before you go. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.